From the garden in front of beautiful Castle Miranda, I set up a cozy little picnic area here because after all that building, I wanted to actually enjoy my creation for a while. It took us a few episodes, but we got it done and it looks great. I didn't realize when I signed up for this, but the castle caretaker's life is very busy. So let's take a little break to enjoy it. We've got a small blanket set up here with some chairs and a table. Let's just sip some tea here in the garden and admire our castle. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it works very well in the cherry grove. It's such a nice wide open space. The cherry color contrasts nicely with the stone of the castle. Got the mountain peeking out from the side. It's really a magical place. Of course, we still have more work to do on the castle. We have the interior. We have the fountain and garden in the back. We have more landscaping and terraforming to do, but all in good time. Let's just sit here and relax. Well, I think tea time is just about over. I could sit here and stare at this castle for days, but I've got another mega build waiting for me, and I am just as excited about that as I am for this castle. The Draugen offshore oil platform in the Norwegian Sea, aka the deep frozen ocean. This is going to be a completely different build than the castle, and I'm going to enjoy it immensely, and I think you will too. So let's pack it up here, head back to the industrial district, and start collecting the materials we'll need. Miranda, I will have to bid you farewell for now, but I'll be back. I just got back from Castle Miranda. We're back in the workshop, and this is what a shulker box monster looks like after cleaning up all of the materials that I had scattered around the build and trying to fit them all in my inventory. So now I have the task of going through all of these. Oh yeah, I picked up some cherry logs while I was there. I have the task of going through all of these shulker boxes, reorganizing them, trying to fit them back here in the workshop. I mean, these are valuable materials that I'm going to be using for the Draugen. So yeah, I didn't want to leave them there. I've got to put them all back. Got lots of cherry leaves though. So I'm going to do a little organization, a little house cleaning, and then we'll be back and get started on the resource gathering for more work on the Draugen. Now I gotta find it. Where's that Enderman? To make all of the cyan dye, I will need 9 stacks, roughly, of green dye. And that's all the cactus we have. That's it. Follow me to the industrial district, because we've got an emergency farm that we need to make right now. This is a long time coming. We have needed a cactus farm for a long time, and now it's essential. So I think this area right here behind the concrete maker, perfect spot for putting in a decent sized cactus farm. Nothing too extreme, but yeah, we need to get this growing ASAP. So I'm gonna clear some space back here and start to build out this farm. It should be really simple. Cactus farms are pretty easy to make. It's just that they take a long time to grow. All right, we've got a decent amount of space cleared out here right next to the iron farm behind the concrete maker. So this design, we've got 21 blocks on this side and 11 blocks this way. We're gonna have some water streams pushing them all to the center, and then a little collection area right in here with hoppers and chests. Should be really easy to build. Let's get started on that right now. since we need so much terracotta for the Draugen, I've had to come out to the Badlands, set up a beacon, and carve out some holes in the wall here. But now we've got quite a few shulkers. I've filled up all 8 of these with terracotta. Just the plain variety because we're going to have to dye it ourselves. The design calls for mostly cyan terracotta. I wish cyan terracotta didn't look so good, but it has a perfect generic metallic look to it that looks great as the backdrop material for a lot of the walls on the side of the our offshore platform. Unfortunately, cyan terracotta is not natural. What we got here is the plain color, light gray, some orange. There's some yellow terracotta, but no cyan. We have to dye that ourselves. Hence, we had to make the cactus farm so that we can get all the green dye. We're going to need green and blue to combine that to get cyan. All right, well, I'm going to grab my beacon and take all of these back to base. Drop these off, and then we'll check on our cactus farm. See how we're doing there, and we'll go down the list, see what else we need to get set up for the Draugen. Back home at the Breadbasket Inn, we dropped off all our terracotta, and I have 2 Silk Touch pickaxes that are in desperate need of repair, as well as a shovel from mining up a whole bunch of sand. So we could go down to our villager trading hall, maybe buy some glass, but this is a big job. I don't think trading is going to cut it very easily. So my other option would be to go to the gold farm. That's an easy way for me to quickly get a whole bunch of XP, repair my tools. However, it's a 2-dimension farm, and right now block is online, so it's not going to work. It relies on the piglins going through the overworld and then coming back through another portal. So that one's not going to work. Now, I often get a lot of comments about the Slowrun SMP. Hey, you guys, you haven't even killed the Ender Dragon. How do you get by with things like Enderman farms? You can't even build up a proper Enderman farm. Au contraire, mon frère. We actually have an awesome Enderman farm, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you right now because it's the perfect place to do a quick repair job like this. All right, we're going to cut through the Nether and head to the stronghold. All right, so we're about to hop into the end, and remember, on the Slowrun SMP, the dragon must live. So we have to make a few compromises. The only way back from the end is to jump into the void. Got a spare shulker box I can put all my gear into, but the main purpose for coming here is to repair my tools. We can't bring back any of the XP with us, but we can repair everything and then we're done. All right, here we go. So here's our platform. This path, whoa! Someone's flexing a bit. This path has been upgraded a bit. Let's just check on Andy. Where is our dragon? Dragon's there. Yep, there's the dragon. Let's get out of the way. So we follow the yellow brick road out a ways. All right, this is all pressure plates here so that it's not spawnable. Yeah, this is new. I put in the cobblestone slab road on my first trip out to the outer islands. Yeah, everyone questions my judgment here that why did you bother doing this? I mean, that's 1,000 blocks. And why not just kill the Ender Dragon? Well, here on the Slowrun SMP, that's kind of just our thing. It's a slow run. We save the dragon fight until the very, very end. And to be honest, it only took me about 20 minutes to lay this road all the way out to the outer end islands. It would take me longer to kill the Ender Dragon, to be honest. In any case, here we are, a safe distance away from the island. This is our Enderman farm. This was built by Dino, also known as Lightning Dino, also known as Lime Dino. Very known for his colorful builds. But yeah, this is a proper Enderman farm, as is evident by the horde of Endermen that are dropping down right now as we speak. And so we've got a proper enchanting setup here. A reminder to always clear your inventory before you bail. So yeah, everyone comes here just to load up on XP, to enchant gear. We got plenty of spare lapis here, some extra shulker shells in case you forget to make a box. I left these boxes here just in case I would forget one. And so we're going to repair our tools, including the elytra and the shovel. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. And we should have the swords all set up down here. Oh boy, it's so loud. I will turn this down. Yeah, you just don't need to hear this sound. So we've got, this is for XP only. This one has looting on it. We do not want the we do not want any more ender pearls. We've got so many already. All we're here for is the XP. And the XP just flows right in. And that's 2 pickaxes, all clear. Let's do the shovel next. Yeah, this Enderman farm just leaves a constant trail of XP. And ender pearls too, that's why we have to dump them. And now, with fully repaired tools, all we have to do is stock up this shulker box with all our stuff. Oh, don't forget that. And always, as the reminder says, make sure, don't forget your armor and elytra. Make sure before you jump, everything is stashed. Then we can just break this shulker box and plop it in our ender chest. And now we're all good. Now, I'm going to lose 60 levels, but, you know, big deal. I don't need those levels. I just needed to repair my tools. So, thanks to Dino, we've got an awesome Enderman farm. Super easy and fast way to load up on XP to repair all your tools, do a little enchanting, whatever you need. You just have to remember that you can't bring it back with you. No problem. We're all set. And yeah, inventory clear, no armor, no elytra. Here we go. See you later. Super easy way to repair our tools. Now let's go check on that cactus farm out in the industrial district. I powered this up and was AFK to make myself some lunch, and now let's see what we've got down here. Oh yeah! That's going to be a lot of green dye. Perfect. Yeah, I was wondering if I would need to have more levels, but no, I do not need more levels than this. This is already good enough. Again, it was super easy to build, super fast. Gives us definitely more than enough cactus that we'll need to get our green dye so that we can turn that terracotta into cyan terracotta. So our industrial district is really taking shape now. Got dried kelp, bamboo, another iron farm, cactus, and our super smelter, along with, of course, our moss farm, which is also our bone meal farm. So now we need to go down the list. There's a whole bunch of other materials that we need in mass quantities for the Draugen platform. And we're going to have to get to it. The terracotta was today's project. But we're going to need to invest in some other farms out there in the industrial district to get the other supplies and materials that we need to finish this platform. So let's get to work. I've never actually considered using lapis lazuli as a source of blue dye, but I've got these blocks sitting around, and I know they look great, but I'm not going to use them for enchanting. I may use some for building. We can also buy them from villagers. So I think I'm going to convert some of these into the stacks of blue dye. Check out what we've got. That's going to get us the blue dye that we need to make this terracotta. 6 and 7. All right, we'll compress the rest. There, we've got 12 left. Now let's head off to the industrial district. Let's see. All right, I've got my terracotta. I've got my blue dye. Let's head off to the super smelter and grab the green dye. From our beautiful and very productive cactus farm here. Getting more than enough cactus. Grab 7 stacks there. I love the sound of hearing the cactus pop off as they hit the fences and then stream down into these chests here. And that's why we have this super smelter. Let's see if we've got plenty of fuel in these furnaces. So let's go ahead and add our cactus up in there. Whoops. You know what? I can just put it directly into the minecart, send that on its way, and it starts to smelt. Which I left up here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the blue and the green. Let's make this into cyan. Beautiful. I have never seen this much cyan dye before. And yeah, I checked the Wandering Trader. Nothing good. All right, we've got our cyan dye and we've got our terracotta. Let's start making this up. New recipes unlocked. Gotta love it. This late in the season, I'm getting new recipes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 boxes full of cyan terracotta. Now I'm out here, of course, back in the ID, the industrial district. We're getting some more smooth stone that we'll need for the Draugen. And I've got some assorted concrete powder over here that I need to turn into concrete. Some yellow and some light gray. So we're going to hit the concrete maker again. And then we'll keep going down our list. These are the big ones though. Smooth stone, cyan terracotta makes a great deal of the walls, sort of the metallic walls and the floors of the offshore platform. All right, we will be back. I will catch you on the flip side. Yeah, growing these in bulk is definitely easier than trying to do them one by one. Now we're at 29 propagules, so we definitely, and there's another one up there, we definitely came out on top with the propagules, which is great. Because I don't want to have to go back. I mean, there's no point in having a farming process that isn't sustainable, right? If we have to keep going back to the mangrove, then we might as well just do all of this there. I think it's time I'll clear all of... What? 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 I've never seen one of these guys. Hey, buddy. You probably need a name tag, right? When did this happen? When? When did this happen? Wow. That's cool. I mean, you're friendly, right? Ish. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get you a name tag. But I think also I will clear this out and we'll clear oh wow. We'll clear this out. That's definitely going to give us enough mangrove. And then we'll turn our attention to the nether woods. And I'll just start making a mess of my industrial district over here. I will be back when I've got that done. Oh, he's kind of slow. But we'll bring him around here. He can be our guard. All right. There you go. Welcome to the industrial district, pal. Friend. Oh, cool. When you put the saddle on, it also has the headgear as well. All right. Yeah, let's get back to work. All right, let's see what we got from our mangrove growth experiment here. We got like almost 3.5 stacks there. We got plenty of dark oak as well. We got more propagules than we started with. Perfect, perfect. That is excellent. And so now we're going to turn our attention to the crimson fungus. And for that, I want to get some netherrack and some bone meal. And just to start, we want to save this as much as possible, because I do not want to go back to the nether to get that. Okay, so what we can do, so we're gonna set up a little bit of a mini farm here, because I want to be able to grow these in a renewable way. So let's start carving out some space. So what I'm working on here is a design for a shifting floor crimson fungus farm, and it's based on a design that Pixel Riffs made. And hey, if it's good enough for Pix, it's good enough for me. Now to get this to work, what we'll want is an observer clock. So this one here and this one here. Okay, they're doing their thing. Then we'll want a sticky piston above it, another one, and then have our sticky piston pointing down. All right, and if we lever this, we get a lever here. All right, it's gonna pull that back. When we pull it down, okay, perfect. And then let's get the redstone to power all of our pistons. Oh, we need a delay. We need a bit of delay here. So this one, let's try that. Okay, yes, it works and it's loud. The next thing is to hook up this clock to our dispenser. I think we should be able to just bring this right down like that. That should connect. Let's try that out, and it should be bone mealing then. Yes. All right. Manual farm, but what do we pick up right there? 9. Just 9 crimson fungus. So, super manual, but the whole point of this is just to be able to get us enough of the crimson fungus so that we can then grow the crimson trees, the red trees from the nether, and we can grow them here. We don't have to go to the nether and risk our lives just to get the crimson fungus and the crimson logs. Yep, so that is our plan. Rack up some of these crimson fungus, and then we're going to grow them right here in the safety and comfort of our industrial district. Growing the crimson trees in this way, right here in the overworld, it's so much better. This is so much more fun than doing this in the Nether. So much safer as well. Already well into our 4th stack of crimson stem. And the process is really simple. Some of these trees grow super huge. The nether wart blocks, we're just going to compost them. We don't need them right now. But basically, we can just bone meal all of these guys in a 3x3 grid right here. We'll knock out the lower layer just to minimize the chance that we'll get netherrack in place of the nylium, and we can just bone meal that right back. And then just head up our scaffold. Oh, and we can pick up some, I'm picking up some of these, the vines. We don't need too many, but they're good to have. They're nice. And just slide up our scaffolding here and start taking down the rest of the logs. We also get a lot of shroom lights this way too. Definitely want to keep those. Yeah, so much more fun than constantly looking around worrying about hoglins. And we're picking up a ton of crimson stem this way. Nice and safe. So yeah, in just a few minutes running this farm over here, we got 2 stacks of the crimson fungus to grow these trees. We can just turn that on at any point. We've got plenty of bone meal down in the dispenser here. Running this farm for even just a short duration, you'll get a ton, I mean an absolute ton, of the crimson fungus. A lot of crimson roots as well. And we're just going to bone meal those over here along with the nether wart blocks that we don't quite need. And been doing this and basically sustaining myself with bone meal this way. The other ingredient that we need to complete our resource gathering mission is nether brick. And I didn't actually know this until I discovered that I needed 3 stacks of nether brick walls and nether brick fences. But you can actually get this from smelting netherrack, and that's what we did. We smelted 11 stacks here of netherrack. And just to prove a point here on how ignorant I am, how terrible I am, times mind. Yep, take a look at this netherrack. 112,000 netherrack. And times picked up only 9,000. That's terrible. I've thrown away over 100,000 netherrack. Just let it despawn. Nether brick fences, nether brick walls, they're going to look great on the Draugen as details for the sort of mechanical looking pieces and parts of like walkways and different areas that we'll have on the offshore platform. So I've been smelting these up, and the nether bricks, so we can turn these into, well, they're called nether brick, and you can turn them into nether bricks, and then you can use those to make fences and walls. All right, but I'm going to keep going over here to get more crimson logs. We got to fill up our 6 stacks here, and then we'll be able to craft the nether brick fences, nether brick walls. We'll have all of the raw material that we need from the crimson, and also over here we have our mangrove and our dark oak. So hopefully the next time I see you, I will be out at the Draugen, and we'll start putting up the first wall. From the industrial district, newly transformed with some nether decorations here. I'll catch you on the flip side.